Put your money up, yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Put your money. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Put your money up, yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking. Stuck your money. Put your money up, yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking. Stuck your. Hey guys, welcome back. I know y'all missed me. I took a little break, little quick week off. You know, that birthday, I was still turning up, but we are back and I missed y'all. Happy Thursday. This is the Entrepreneur's Diary and I'm your host, Lanaegray. And this is where purpose meets alignment. And we have an amazing show ahead of us, but I definitely wanted to talk about Asia Marie. Wasn't that a great show? Like, that was my first artist. She performed. We had DJ Sean Blaze on the ones and twos. It was a great show. And then she performed at AFRAM. I hope y'all check that out. But yeah, that show is still available now on Be More Pod's YouTube channel. I think episode 7. So definitely check out her interview. It was amazing. But all right, tonight's guest is someone who has spent decades shaping the soundtrack of our culture. He's an internationally respected DJ, mixtape pioneer, radio personality, and entrepreneur whose influence extends far beyond the turntables. From rocking clubs and festivals to opening for some of the biggest names in hip hop, he's built a brand through consistency, passion, and excellence. Please help me welcome the one and only DJ QuickSilva.
Wow.
After this video.
Keep going. Oh, sing that shit. Let me dump like that. Can I dump like that? 1, 2, let's go, let's go, let's go. For a fact, you still love yourself. Give me some lights up in Philly. Give me some lights up in Philly. Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
All right, guys. DJ QuickSilva.
Man, that guy's good. Y'all can run that video again. He's really good. No, I'm joking. You ain't got to run it. No, you ain't got to run it.
We can run it. Sorry.
No. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Hey, thank you for coming. I'm honored to have you.
Got you. I must like you because I don't even do a lot of I guess only because I'm such in the podcast and radio and TV world. I'm used to people coming on my show. It's rare that somebody asks me I do it. So I'm up like you.
Oh, so we got exclusive. Y'all heard that? Exclusive. But how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. That's the short answer.
That is good. And I mean, you've been DJing for how many years? I heard you
professionally say? Or total?
Break it down.
So I got my first turntables back in 1990. So that was 36 years ago.
Ooh, that was before I was born.
Wow. Just called me old. That's cool. But I've been in nightclubs performing since 1995. So it's been 31 years of performing in clubs and touring the world. I've been in radio since 2000. So was that 26 years? But I've been around for a while. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be still at the top of my game.
Yes.
3 decades later.
Nah, for sure. That's a blessing. I always talk about this, like that consistency, just that drive, that passion, just all of that. Because how, like you said, you've been doing it for so long. So how did you like just keep going? What motivates you? What keeps you going?
It's crazy to use the word consistency because anybody who knows me, my motto has been the exact same forever, which is hard work, dedication, and consistency. But hard work, dedication, and consistency only works if you do all three all the time. Because everybody works hard when you're being paid to work. But when you're not making any money, the hard work slows down. Everybody's dedicated when you're being celebrated. But when the celebration or the applause or the likes and comments aren't there, your dedication slows down. Everybody's consistent when you can see them. But when you can't see them, when the doors close, they're not as consistent. So the person who becomes successful and stays successful, they do all three all the time, even when no one sees it.
That makes sense. Say the three again.
Hard work, dedication, consistency.
I agree.
Thank you.
And that's how you've been moving.
And then, of course, my hustle, my talent. I hustle and talent play a big factor in it because I don't know how to. I don't know how to be second, if that makes sense. So anything that I put my mind to, I'm going to win. And I'm not saying that in the egotistical way. I don't care if it takes me a year or 10 years to win. I just don't know how to not win.
Yeah.
Winners win.
I feel that.
And so, I'm just a winner at every aspect of my life.
So does hard work beat talent?
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of people have talent and drive. They're not hard working. They're not consistent. A lot of people start podcasts, but then a year later you don't hear from them anymore because they're not consistent. So.
And I always talk about this with artists, right? Because I'm not going to say all of them, but they seem to think like this talent is it. Like that's all they need, or this little bit of fame that they get from the area. They think that that's going to make them and keep them going. I'm like, how? Like
I break it down in layman's terms. The music business is 10% music, 90% business.
There you go.
And so many artists think that they have talent, but unfortunately it sounds bad when you say it. Talent doesn't matter if you don't know the business.
Yeah. And if you're not doing nothing else.
Yeah. So a lot of people can rap, a lot of people can sing, but they never gonna make it.
Yeah. And then it's about that longevity. That's what we want, because clearly you know what you're doing. So so take us back to, you said 1990. That's when you got your first
set of turntables.
Okay, so how did you get them? Like, what?
My dad, rest in peace to my dad. For Christmas, I was watching a movie called Beat Street, and it's so crazy. I feel like I've told this story so many times. I was watching a movie called Beat Street, and I didn't know exactly what a DJ was. I was only 10 years old, but I fell in love with the character who was a DJ in the movie, and I told my dad for Christmas all I wanted was a set of turntables so I can be like that guy. Now, I had no idea this would take over my life. I just wanted to do it for the moment at 10. And then here I am 36 years later.
That's crazy.
Still using them.
Okay, so he buys you these turntables. So then what? Did you take lessons?
I did not. There was no such thing as DJ schools. I have a DJ school now. But we'll talk about that later. But there was no DJ schools. I was self-taught. I would literally just go in my basement and just like practice every day. It was a DJ by the name of DJ Booby back then. I don't know if you old enough to remember him, but he still DJs to this day, one of my idols. But he was like the big mixtape DJ. So I would like get his mixtapes and I would play them and then I would pause it and try to mimic what he did. And then I was self-taught by just listening to other people, and I taught myself.
You were just listening.
I would listen to him and other DJs, and I would just teach myself.
So did you understand like BPMs and all that? Like you were just like, let me match this beat, I guess.
I didn't even know what BPM stand for. I know it stands for beats per minute now. But back then I had no idea. I was just trying to make something out of something. Yeah. And then I did my first party at the age of 10, which is crazy because I got booed.
Oh,
I got booed my first party because
they booed a child.
A child. So shout out to my cousin Candace if she's watching this. I was DJing her birthday party. She was turning 11.
Oh.
So they booked me to DJ her birthday party. You know, like my dad and his brother, like, you know what, get my son to do it. Sure.
Yeah, why
so
not?
We haul our little speakers and our turntables over there, and I don't know if you old enough to remember records, like actual
yes,
vinyl. Okay.
I have them. I love. Okay, I'm a '90s baby.
Okay.
I love. Yeah.
So I'm taking on my vinyl over there, and I get there, and you know, it might have been 40 or 50 kids, but it felt like 500. And we're in the basement, and I'm DJing, and everybody dancing, and then all of a sudden my speakers blow. So like all the music cut off.
Oh.
And then within 30 seconds, boo, boo, we want booby, get it out the DJ. That could have been detrimental to my life.
That's what I was going to say. That could have scarred you.
It could have.
Obviously, it didn't.
Yeah.
But what were you thinking in that moment? Like,
I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Maybe this DJ thing is not for me.
Yeah, because what?
Yeah.
All right, so you get booed. Then what?
I remember my dad, when I got home, I was so sad and I wanted to give up. And I said, Dad, you know, my speakers blew. And he said to me, what happened? I said, the fuses in the back of the speakers, they went out and it caused the speakers to blow. And he said this to me, and this is so important for everybody to listen to. He said, did you have any extra fuses on you? I said, Dad, I'm 10 years old. What the hell is a fuse?
Right,
I just said that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuse is. I just think that the things in the back blow.
Right.
He said, take us as a lesson learned to always be over prepared. So make sure that if this ever happens again, you'll have an extra fuse that you can pop in and go right back into it. So right now, it's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
And I've always, from that day until present, I always make sure that I'm over prepared for everything. In case something happens, I never panic.
Yeah, because you never know. I always say, well, my mom always told me expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
So
and never panic. People panic when unexpected happens, or instead of trying to breathe and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we're going to go down a little bit. So, you did your first show. Then what? What about school? Did you go to like performing art schools? Did you
none of that? It's crazy because a lot of the world, you know, I've been based out of the DC area for the last 20 plus years, but I'm originally born and raised in Baltimore, East Baltimore to be exact. And I went to all Baltimore City public schools. So I attended Norfolk Elementary. I attended Chinquapin Middle School. Then I attended the best high school in the world, which is City. Shout out to my fellow City Knights, if any of my City Knights are listening. But no music school, no nothing. I just was, you know, I came in, you know, my first love before DJing was drums and piano.
So you play?
Yeah, so I do. I play both. So my mom was the pianist in church, so she played the piano and the organ every Sunday. Then I actually started off by playing the drums in church.
Okay, so you started in the church.
Definitely did.
Okay, love that. So did you go to college?
I did not go to college. I graduated from City, and it's crazy because if anybody knows City, it's actually a college preparatory school. So in order to graduate, you have to apply to college. That's a part of your graduation requirements. But you know, I can say it now and not feel bad. I knew I wasn't going to college.
Okay.
Because, and once again, if anybody's watching, I think college is amazing, especially if you know exactly what you want to do and you need that degree.
Yeah.
But I think for me, my problem was, and I'm not sure it was a good problem or a bad problem because, you know, I've turned out very well off for myself. They were having a college fair at my school, and just to, I don't want to sound, I'll just say it. So they were having a college fair at my school, and this is maybe my 10th grade year, 11th grade year. 11th grade year, because I just bought my first car.
Okay.
So I bought my first car.
In 11th grade?
I bought my first car on my 16th birthday. I bought a cream Nissan Maxima. I had gold BBS rims and sheepskins.
That is different.
And I paid cash for it on my 16th birthday.
Whoa, first of all, that's amazing. So how many 16-year-olds is
so you'll see where I'm going with this story. So remind you, at 16, I'm already like, by this time, I'm DJing in clubs already.
Oh, so that's why popping. You like.
I'm DJing in clubs. I'm guest starring on radio. I'm making more money than every teacher at my school. So,
the flex.
No, but that's why I say I'm not trying to sound boastful. I'm just speaking as facts. So at this college fair, you know, they were, you know, coming in and showing all the different jobs. You're going to graduate from college. You're going to get a good job, a good paying job. And this is back in 1996. Like, you're going to come out of school and you're going to make anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000 a year. And I'm thinking, like, man, I make $30,000 a month. Like now in high school. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, man, college is not for me. so that's my short story.
Okay. Let's see. That's because you were already well off into your career. Mm-hmm. But did you know that was your career at the time?
I didn't. I did not. I didn't know this could be a career. I was always told that DJing wasn't a real job. I remember being in school, maybe my 10th grade year. This is when I first started doing clubs, which is crazy because I was 14 years old DJing in the nightclub called Club Indigo in Baltimore. 14? I was 14. Not even old enough to get in the club, but I was DJing at the club. That is crazy. And it's crazy to think about that now. Imagine you right now as an adult going in the club tonight.
I have a 14-year-old.
Imagine him DJing in the club tonight. Like, I'll be back. I gotta go DJ tonight.
I cannot.
Exactly. Like, and then get back home at 2:30 in the morning. No. My life is very unorthodox.
By yourself?
And shout out to my dad. So both my mom and dad are passed now. My mom passed when I was. That's okay. My mom passed when I was 10. And my dad passed when I was 18. So between 10 and 18, my dad pretty much raised me and my brothers. So he was a great dad. But at the end of the day, when I first started DJing in clubs, a lot of my family really scorned him because they kept saying, you're setting this kid up for failure. He's too young to be in the clubs. He's not even old enough. That's illegal. And I can hear my dad saying this like it was yesterday. He said to, I want to say my grandmother at the time, because everybody's fussing him out. Like, why are you letting this little kid DJ in the club? You're setting him up to fail in life. Yeah. And once again, as an adult, I understand why they thought that way. Yeah. But what my dad said, and it's crazy, I can still hear it 30 plus years later, he said to my grandma, if Michael Jackson, dad, told him he was too young to sing, he never would have turned into Michael Jackson.
Oh, yes, dad.
And I was like, See, grandma, let me DJ.
It, right.
Yeah, so, of course, not fast forward, everybody in my family, like, I'm so proud of you. You made it. Like, y'all the same people to my dad that he was crazy.
But see, that's why you can't listen to people, Absolutely, be influenced. It's like, you see the vision. Everybody don't see it until they see it.
You ain't never lied.
So, that's dope. So, I want to go back because you said your mom passed when you were 10. Mm-hmm. That's also when you got your turntables.
Yes. So, my mom died when I was 10. She passed from cancer. I was a super mom. No, it's okay. I can talk about it now. I was a super mama's boy. And I have two brothers. I'm the middle child. So, I have an older brother, Antonio, and a younger brother, Franco. So, when she passed of cancer at 10, I took it really hard. I was in school. So she had been sick for a little over a year, and we seen her declining. And I was the child that was always in the room, watching and helping her. And I can remember like yesterday, me and my brothers been in school, and it had been midday. The principal got on the intercom was like, hey, well, such and such Silva, come down to the office. It's an emergency. And then we all get to the office, and my aunt was in there waiting for us. And we knew. It's kid, we like, oh, God, mom just died. So it was rough. It was rough. It was definitely rough on me mentally. But thankful to God I had a strong dad. That stepped up and took care of his three sons. Took care of his three sons by himself. Took care of his three sons. Eventually, he remarried. So my mom died when I was 10. He remarried when I was 15 or 16.
That's so time.
Yeah, so like 15. So immediately it was just him taking care of his boys. But like I say, a few years later, he started dating again. Then he ended up marrying my then stepmom. He passed when I turned 18, right when I graduated high school.
No.
Yeah, right when I graduated high school, he passed away.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wow. And you said your brothers are older?
One older, one younger. I'm the middle child.
Oh man. Are you the only one who's doing something like in the arts?
Yep. My younger brother's accountant by day. My older brother is. So yeah, I'm the only one that's in the music in the business.
Oh, how is that though with them seeing you doing your DJ?
I mean, they're proud. Like my brothers they're my biggest supporters. I mean, it's always been us.
Yeah.
I love my brothers, Tony and Franco. Our names rhyme. So of course I'm QuickSilva, but my childhood name was Rico. Okay. So our names are Tonio, Rico, Franco.
Wait, say that again.
And that's how my mom would say it. Tonio, Rico, Franco.
I was like, it sounded like it could be one name.
It was. So if anybody grew up in East Baltimore on Shady Side Road, which is now known as QuickSilva Way, if we outside and the streetlights come on, you just hear them say, Tony Rico, Franco! Just like that. Tony Rico, Franco! I mean, we knew all three of us.
Right.
So they said in one line, one of Tonio, Rico, Franco. Right. Tony Rico! And then streetlights on top of them in the house.
Right. These kids don't know what the streetlights. They don't know about that. I tell my kids
these little YNs running them up.
Right. They don't know what it means to be scared when those lights come on. Lights come
on. You running home. You get your bike
gone. That is crazy. But yeah. So you just said the street where you grew up is now called
QuickSilva Way.
Let's talk about that.
That's dope. It happened on my birthday. Shout out to Mayor Brandon Scott.
When's your birthday? Are you
November 4th? Scorpio. Why you say it like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
What? Say what you guys said about your tongue.
Scorpio man, what's
wrong with us? Besides us being amazing.
So I have a Scorpio daughter, so that's different. But the men just
the men are what? Say it.
I don't know. Something off.
You feel like something off about me?
No.
So all Scorpio men, nothing's off. You can't say that. You can't categorize us all because you had a bad Scorpio experience.
I just that's the only sign I do that with.
Okay, well, we can move on because Scorpios are the best zodiac sign, and this is a proven fact, by the way.
Shout out to my daughter just because she's one. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Your birthday.
My birthday is November 4th, and that day is actually deemed as a he renamed my street. It was 2026, so it happened I think 2022, 23 recently. But November 4th is QuickSilva Day. So he gave me
with the street.
So he gave me a proclamation where moving forward every November 4th is officially QuickSilva Day.
Why am I just finding this out?
That's crazy. And the street I grew up on now is called QuickSilva Way. So they renamed the street, so it's no longer called. Well, it's still Shady Side Road, but Shady Side Road, QuickSilva Way.
Yeah, I love that. That's huge because
it's
like
it's legacy.
I was going to say not to say like this, but you're still living, and a lot of stuff. People don't really get their flowers, and I'm not going to say they don't, but a lot of people do not until they're not here with us.
You don't have to explain yourself because I said that. So we did a whole unveiling ceremony, and I gave a speech. It was a big crowd. All my childhood friends were there. All the neighbors were there. Yes. And I said that. I said those exact words. I like, this is emotional for me because most people don't get celebrated like it's unfortunate until you die.
Yes.
And then they kind of memorialize you. Like, oh, yeah, this is where he grew up at.
Yes,
but to be at the prime of my life and the prime of my career, and to get a street and my kids were there.
Yes.
My whole family was there when it happened. So it really messed me up because what I said to him is that I grew up 1642 Shady Side Road. That's where that was my address. I said, there's now a kid 20 years from now who address is 1642 QuickSilva Way.
That's dope.
Like, that's crazy to me. Yeah. So this is something I think that the difference between that and a lot of other awards and accolades that I won in my life is that, I won East Coast #1 DJ. I have Global Spin Awards. Okay. But all those awards, they award someone with it every year. So every year, if I don't work as hard, somebody else can win it.
Yeah.
When you get a street name, that's there for life. Nobody can out street name me like, we're going to change it to his name this year because he or she had a better year than you.
Yeah.
So once you have that, that's legacy.
Yeah.
My great grandkids can now take a picture of like, hey, that was my great granddad. He lived at the house. And this is his street. So that's crazy.
Huge. I always talk about legacy. Like, that's major. Like, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you do anything on that day? Like, do y'all have like a block party?
So we do a whole block party. So unfortunately my birthday is in November, which is kind of chilly. But every summer. But every summer we do a big block party on Shady Side, and then of course I go around there and support the whole neighborhood, and I do a lot of give back in that neighborhood. I do a lot. I mean, every Thanksgiving, like I give out hundreds of turkeys, and Christmas I ride around. Like, I mean, I not just on Shady Side. I mean, that's if anybody knows me who really follows me. Like, I do a lot of give back. I'm a firm believer. To whom much is given, much is required.
I got that tatted on me.
Where?
On my fingers.
Oh, dope. Yeah. So, that's I live by that.
Look, it's on my phone.
Good job. She's crazy. She is crazy. And she always just giggly. Look at her. I got a giggly. She giggly. The camera girl in the back giggly. Everybody giggly when QuickSilva get here. It's crazy.
Look, we have a live audience.
Hey, live audience. Are y'all laughing at home?
But no, you know what? We do have a chat. I have another question about. Hold on, chat. I'm coming right to you. When you found out that they were going to give you a street, like, how did that process go? Like, did somebody just randomly hit you? Like, oh, we about to change the street?
So it's crazy because I'm also, like I said, I'm born and raised in Baltimore, but I've been, based out of the DC area for the last 20 plus years. So a few months prior to that, shout out to the legendary Ben's Chili Bowl in DC. Yes. If anybody's been to DC, it's a staple for the last 80 plus years. Shout out to the Ali family. And they actually started a surprise for me because Vita, I do a lot of work with them. And then I also I do a lot of community service in DC. Okay. So one day Vita said to me, "Hey, I was talking to Mom Virginia, and we want to celebrate you." I'm like, "Celebrate me?" She's like, "Whatever." So I'm not even putting one and one together. Yeah. So she said, give me some available dates. So I give her a date, and then she said, they have what they call the Wall of Fame at Ben's Chili Bowl. Yeah. She said, "I was talking to Mom and my brothers, and we want to put you on the Wall of Fame." I'm like, "What? Me? I'm just regular." She's like, "No, not just because you're DJing, but because what you mean to the community and you give back. So we're going to honor you by putting you on the Wall of Fame inside our store for 20 plus years of community service to Washington, D.C." So they do a big unveiling, big ceremony. And while they spoke at my ceremony, all the big dignitaries and mayors and everybody was there, spoke at my ceremony, and they're congratulating me on, all the work I've been doing in D.C. So then maybe a month later, I'm hosting a rally or something in Baltimore, and I run into my friend Mayor Brandon Scott. So I'm joking with Mayor Brandon Scott. I'm like, "Damn, man, y'all letting DC just steal me, man. They celebrate me crazy, man." And so he's like, "Don't worry, quick. We already got something about Steve for you for your birthday." So and once again, this is all in joking and passing. Like I'm not taking it serious. Yeah. So shout out to my partner, my manager, Sean Caesar. He was like, "Dude, Brandon and a guy named Lindsay who works with him, he said they reached out. They really want to do something for you for your birthday." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "They ain't tell me yet." So then maybe like 3 days prior, they're like, "Yo, they're gonna rename your street QuickSilva Way." I was like, "Can I curse here?" I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" like, no way. I'm thinking this is a joke. Yeah. So I brush it off and go about my day. The day before it comes, and Sean's like, "Yo, don't forget, I got you on your calendar. Check your calendar. You got to be around Shady Side at such time." And I'm like, "Holy shit! Like, y'all weren't joking." Yeah. And then I get there, it's a whole big thing, stage ceremony. They had it covered. They did the whole unveiling. Yeah. It was wild.
That's so dope. Yeah. That's so good.
Thank you.
Especially with knowing your story, like with your dad and your family. It's just like where you grew up, where you got your first turntables. Now that street is your name.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
That's so dope. It just goes to show you that. That's why I say trust your journey all the time. Trust your process. Like you never know like what's going to happen. Like you getting your turntables at 10, you didn't know that would soon turn into all of this.
The crazy part, and like, I don't want to get too deep on your show.
You can. This is the entrepreneur's diary.
But what I say, but one thing that we didn't even talk about, between the age of 10 and 18 were brutal for me. I say that to say is that, like I said, I lost my mom at 10, and my dream was to be a drummer and a football star. So I started playing football. Like the age of 10, a lot started for me. Yeah. So I started DJing. I started playing football for Pop Warner. Shout out to the Norfolk Rams. And I was good. I was really good. Like by the age of 13, my team went to the championship. We won the championship in Florida. So my dream was to be a football star. Without getting too into detail of what happened, I'll just say I got shot when I was 13 on Shady Side Road.
What? The same street?
The street that's now known as QuickSilva Way.
Up on, that's your name.
So I got shot when I was 13.
Oh,
and no. I was paralyzed for 9 months.
What?
In the hospital. I was on bed rest, paralyzed, couldn't walk for 9 months.
What in the world?
Crazy, right? So I say all that to say. So this put this in the short version.
About trusting
you lose your mom at 10. You almost lose your life at 13. You lose your dad at 18. You didn't go to college because you were so mentally off right when you graduated and your dad's passing away. But then because you don't give up on yourself or don't allow what you've been through to dictate your outcome, one day you become QuickSilva. And now it's celebrated not just across the world, but now the street that all these things I just mentioned that happened on is now known as QuickSilva way.
But look at God.
Okay, when he do it? When hasn't he done it?
Situation around, like
when hasn't he done it? God is great all the time.
You've been covered. Mm-hmm. That's.
If I told you all the things I've been through in my life, you wouldn't believe it.
That's why
only because I don't talk about it a lot. I just, I don't talk about it because I just live it. I live it, and I live through things. I go through things in my life, business, personal. Mm-hmm. But I never let a moment define me. Yeah. Where too many people have a bad day and they think they have a bad life. Yeah. I just never been that person that make an excuse of why I'm gonna do this and why I'm not gonna do this because it's your fault, it's her fault, it's my mother's fault, my father's fault, it's my neighborhood fault. I had all the chips stacked against me. Everything bad you could think has happened to me. Anything you can think of has happened, or I've been through it or been a part of it. But I just never let it define me. That's all.
But for the people that maybe have a hard time getting through that, like, do you have some words for them?
Everybody's built differently, so what works for QuickSilva might not work for you. Right. And because of that, I just, I can't tell you what to do, but I always say, do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Now, prayerfully, whatever that thing is something that's safe. Yeah. But even if it's not, I'm a firm believer, and a lot of people don't believe this. Happiness is the highest form of success, not money. Money can come and go. Anybody can make money if you're hustling. But are you happy? Yeah. You hear about millionaires and billionaires committing suicide because they're not happy. Yes. They got money, they got all the things, but they're just unhappy. So if you can find happiness in your life, I'm a fan of it. However you find it. I don't care how you find it. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not better than anybody in this room. I'm not better than anybody watching. I think the only difference with me is that I just don't know how to give up. I don't know how to quit.
Period. That's it. Just keep going.
Somebody asked me a while ago, I was on an interview on a TV show or something. And somebody asked me like what's your secret sauce to success? And I just don't know how to quit. Yeah. And it sounds so cliche, but I really don't know how to quit. That's real. I don't know how to quit. I don't know how to lose. I'm very competitive with myself.
See, you said the keyword yourself, not people. Yeah.
I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm the best version of me. Nobody can out QuickSilva me. Nobody.
Yeah. I hope y'all hearing these gems because he's dropping some. But we do have some comments in the chat.
There you go.
Can we scroll back up, guys?
Shout out to the chat.
Hey guys, so somebody said, hey y'all, hey family, Eric, hey. Eric said that was fire. Charity said, "Hey,
you can see that from Jesus Christ."
Yes. CME said, "Love that saying. Always be over prepared." This is stuff we talked about earlier, but what is that? Renee? Is that Renee? Right? Hard work, dedication, consistency.
Facts.
Yes. Also said hard work beats talent. That's so good. Indeed. All right, CME said ask and you shall receive. That too. I'm a firm believer of speaking, everything into existence too. What else? Oh, eventually did you seek, I think this is a question for you.
That's fine.
Eventually did you seek counseling with all you've been through to overcome your obstacles? That came from CME 1138.
That's a great question, but I have been to counseling in my life over time. But at that point in my life, I did not. When my mom passed, I didn't go to counseling. When I got shot, I didn't go to counseling. When I lost my dad, I didn't go to counseling. I've had so many losses in my life. We don't have time to touch on all the losses I had in my life. Yeah. But I didn't because it's crazy because at one point in my life, I didn't even believe in therapy. I didn't believe in opening up. I always tell people I've mastered the art of living a very private public life.
I get
where
that.
Everybody knows QuickSilva. You've seen me you heard me, you follow me, but you know nothing about me. You know my life and my lifestyle. You know my lifestyle. And my lifestyle is real, by the way. It's real. Everything you see me doing, and I'm not faking it for the gram or anything like that. Yeah. But when I go through a lot of things in my life, I just don't talk about them. I don't complain about them. You never gonna see me on Instagram and Twitter or somewhere complaining or like that's just not me.
Yeah.
And if that's you, cool. That's just not me. So I never believed in talking on my problems with somebody who don't know me.
Yeah.
But now to the present time, have I ever been to therapy?
Yeah.
I have. Can I say it helped me? I can't say it hurt me.
Right.
So if it didn't hurt me, I'm not an advocate for it. Okay. I believe in, and once again, what works for me might not work for you. And I keep saying that because some people judge you when you don't do things their way. Like when you should, because it worked for me. Cool.
Right.
I'm glad it worked for you. And I'm clapping for you. Start clapping for yourself right now.
Right.
But don't not clap for me because it didn't work for me.
Right.
Two things can coexist at the same time and not be the same.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I've been a fan of just figuring it out. I'm gonna figure it out. No matter what I've been thrown in my life. I figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm a man's man.
Yeah. And I was gonna say too, like back then when you were like 10 or 13, I feel like therapy, we didn't really.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing. This whole mental illness thing we talk about, it was taboo back then.
Yeah,
back then,
my parents.
Back in the 80s and 90s, you just had that crazy cousin. And that's what we said. That's don't worry about her. She's crazy. Not knowing that mentally she could have been sick or something. But and back then, as a kid, I wish you would say you want therapy as a kid. It's like, well, if you don't sit down and shut up,
I know,
and that's the end of it.
Yeah,
and that was the end of it. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good question.
Good question.
CME. I did want to. Where was I about to go with this?
Be good.
Sorry. All right, so I kind of want to go back to when you were getting all these jobs. I forgot to ask you. And this is just for the people, anybody that's listening that may want to, get into DJing and try to find jobs and stuff. Because I know it's different now because we have social media. But back then, when you were a child getting booked at like the clubs and stuff, how were you getting your jobs?
So what I always tell people is make yourself the best version of yourself and people will come find you. So at the age of 14, I was already a big DJ in high school. So I was DJing in high school at City. It was my 9th grade year. And we were throwing parties at the spot called the YWCA on Franklin Street. So we would, me and some guys who were in the 12th grade at the time.
I'm sorry, not the YMCA.
Not the YMCA.
Because I was like...
YWCA. Okay. So there's a YMCA, but there's also a Y. So it's young men's and there's also young women's.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay.
So there's a YWCA center on Franklin Street. I don't even know if it's still there, but this is 1995.
Okay.
So I'm in the 9th grade. There's some seniors that were throwing parties. And this is show you how popular I was at the time. They were bringing a 9th grade DJ on to be a partner with them and throw these parties, which, nowadays you think about upperclassmen, they kind of frown on the 9th grader. But by 9th grade, I've been DJing since I was in the 5th grade. So by 9th grade, I'm the big guy in my neighborhood. I do all the house parties. I'm making mixtapes. So I'm pretty known in my neighborhood.
Word of mouth.
It wasn't no social media back then. I'm just known in my neighborhood. So by 9th grade, everybody in East Baltimore knows who I am. And now I get the city and they're throwing these parties at YWCA. And, it got to a point where they became too popular. So that room in the YWCA, it might have held 300 people.
Okay.
But then it got to a point where 700-800 people were showing up at my parties.
Wow.
So there was a club that just opened called Club Indigo, right around the corner from there, and they had a little more space than the Y had. So the guys who were in the 12th grade, they're like, let's try our hand and see if the owner will let us just throw a party here. We can't drink anything, but maybe on an off night they'll let us rent it out and throw a party, which they did.
Right.
That night, this 14-year-old kid comes to Club Indigo DJing, and the owner was like, holy shit, who is that? And why are 800 people following him? Like, that is crazy. So I can imagine his brain is like, okay, I got all these grown DJs that can't bring me 20 people.
I was about to say,
this little 14-year-old has 800 people following him.
No social media,
no internet. This is just, I'm just the guy. And he literally was like, yo, you want to DJ at the club? I'm 14. Like, call me tomorrow. So I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. So I go and tell my dad, and my dad was like, me and my dad went to the club, talked to him, and it's crazy because the person that was one of the guys running the club, by the guy named Big Sam, who's one of my right hand man for 30 years, who just, unfortunately, it's okay, unfortunately was killed by a Baltimore County police officer. He was the guy who, when my dad came that day after talking to the owners and the people, he came to the club and Big Sam was at the front door. And this is our man Big Sam from this day, from that till present. From 14 till a few months ago. This has been my guy for 30 plus years. So when I got there, Big Sam was the muscle. And he at the front door, and my dad comes to the door and he's talking to Sam and another guy. She's like, this is my son. He's only 14 years old. You better look out for him. I'll let him DJ in your club if you look out for him. And Big Sam's exact words to my dad was, don't worry, nothing going to happen to him. That's not going to happen to me first. And he lived by that mantra until the day he unfortunately was taken away from us. So,
oh man, so sorry.
It's okay. I've been through a lot in my life. Yeah, I'm still going through a lot in my life.
We're gonna come right back there, but I just wanted to go back to when you said you were bringing out all these people. No social media
flyers. We had flyers.
See, you was hitting the streets.
We would have to actually
tell people that stuff still works.
We would actually go to Kinko's.
Yeah,
make up a little, and the flyer was very basic. It wasn't none of this chat GPT stuff. Yeah. I mean, it literally said QuickSilva's DJing at YWCA this Friday from 8 to midnight, $5 before 10, $8 after. I mean,
y'all did
and that was the flyer. Yeah. Meet us there. And we would go to Kinko's and print up flyers, and we would go from school to school passing out the flyers, and that's how we got the word out.
That is crazy. And I asked this because I know it's artists and people that have, I keep saying artists, but it's people that have all these followers, but they can't sell tickets to shows. It's like, you like, oh my God, you got 100,000, 200,000, and it's 10 people in this
because space. Followers don't equate money anymore. It used to at one point until the algorithm kind of messed it up because unfortunately social media is there, but interest media is alive. So when I say that, I'm big on social media. I have, I'm over 1 million followers on Instagram and TikTok and everything. But when I say social media is dead, it's not that social media as a whole is dead, but unfortunately the algorithm is now trained to what you like. So a lot of these people who have 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, unfortunately, this is a fact. And this is not, you can look this up. Only maybe on a good day, 10% of your followers actually see your posts. Because what Instagram tells your phone is that if you like a bunch of pictures about apples, whatever, right?
It's gonna show you.
Unfortunately, by next week, your whole timeline is apples. You're not going to see any of your followers post. So unless you're engaging with your followers, unless you're liking, sharing, commenting consistently with your followers, Instagram is going to say, you don't want to see any QuickSilva's posts, so we're not going to show you any. We're only going to show you, and then and take a step further, you realize now, if you look at your timeline, half the stuff, if not more, are people you're not even following.
Yeah. Yes. I was like,
because once again, let me say it again, social media has been dead. The algorithm says, I'm only going to show you what you're interested in. So back to your thing, people might have 100,000 followers, but unfortunately, only out of the 100,000, 200 of them are actually actively commenting.
So y'all got to do the work. Don't think because you have those followers that you can't promote your stuff, because that's the thing. They don't think they need to promote. Like, go out here, do this. I say that.
I literally post, and I know this is on your platform, but on my podcast, I film daily. I put out a new episode every single Monday. But what makes it so popular now is not just that I have who I am in content. And my producer Larry is actually in here. He'll tell you, I post 4 to 5 times a day, short clips, 7 days a week.
Saturate the
7 days a week, because I'm going to take over your timeline. But then and I'll give you a cheat code once again. And normally I charge you for this. The reason why my clips, when you see them, are getting these 100,000 million views is because I collaborate. Winners collaborate, losers compete.
They compete. I say that.
So what I do is that right now, you can collaborate to up to 5 people every time you post. And every time I post 5 people, I'm collaborating. So I'm collaborating with myself, my QuickSilva show page, my producer, then whoever I'm talking to. So if I'm talking to Kevin Lyles, I'm collaborating with him.
Yes.
But if I mention Young Thug in that clip, I'm collaborating with him. And then I'm gonna text Kevin, like, do me a favor, tell Young Thug to set that collab.
Yeah.
And now that's how I get all the views, because now even if only 10% of my followers see, but if 10% of his followers see, and now I'm at 60% of people watching this post.
I hope y'all listening to this.
I normally charge for this, by the way.
Y'all better pick
QuickSilva podcast school coming soon.
Period. So we're gonna drop we're gonna go to a quick drop, and then we're gonna come back and talk about your podcast.
You good?
All right.
Be More Pod is more than just a podcast. Be More Pod Studios is an entire network.
We gonna have Michael Jackson back alive for GTA 6.
And speaking, let me just hop on the chat real quick. I see we got something that say Big Dana, not the little one. Hey sis, who that? So I got a game today. That's kind of like let me. I think I wrote a title for it today. Last week I had a title. This week I got. Okay, this is quite easy. It's called Finish the Line, 85 to 95 edition. All of y'all were alive during those years, weren't you? Between 85 and 95. Except for Dana. Everybody else was like, that's like you giving a Ferrari to a 16-year-old who just got his license.
I agree.
You know, I want them to get the money, and they deserve the money. But at the end of the day, it's just like, now they just chasing the money. Now you got this.
News came out today that he might miss more time because his knee is swelling. So if Durant is out, that definitely gives Lakers a little bit of an advantage, even with them missing people, because Durant is your star player on the team. So I feel like this can help the Lakers, and Luka could probably come back if they could extend this series.
Be More Pod Studios. Subscribe today.
All right, guys. Again, please subscribe to our channel. We have a plethora of shows here every day of the week. We have a children's podcast. We have a sports talk. We have a Shameless Unplugged. We have Actors Academy. We have the Entrepreneur's Diary. There's something for everybody right here at Be More Pod Studios. So continue to like, share, and subscribe. But yes, sir, back to you. Wow, just listening to your journey. Like, I didn't know a lot of this.
This is a short story. Don't worry, my documentary is coming out very soon, and you're gonna watch and be like, damn, I ain't know none of this about Quick. I thought I knew that guy. I ain't know nothing about him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, let's talk about radio real quick.
Of course,
and then go to the podcast, and I want to compare.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were you've been in radio since
2000.
Right, so 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into radio from DJing? Like, how was that?
Mm-hmm. Like I said a little earlier ago, make yourself the best version of yourself, and people will find you.
Okay.
So around that time, by 2000, I already been DJing for 10 years in all the clubs in Baltimore. I'm making all the mixtapes, and I'm popping. And radio station actually reached out to me. I never sought out to be on radio.
Right.
Because I was so popular. Mm-hmm. They was like, I remember throwing a party at Baltimore Live, and this is before I was on radio. So shout out to my guy A, if he's watching it. We had a company called Fifth Gear back then, and we threw a party at Baltimore Live that made the newspaper because and this was a high school party, mind you. So we literally printed out like 10,000 flyers and went to every single high school in Baltimore every day of the week, passing out flyers saying QuickSilva was having a party at Baltimore Live. Now, remind you, Baltimore Live held maybe 800 people. Mm-hmm. Got it? 3,000 people showed up for this party. No radio, no social media. Just QuickSilva was popular and just the groundwork.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you who was one of my main promoters at the time, who's a mega personality. You know Pinky Cole is, Study Vegan? You ever heard of her? Who's one of the being a billionaire, by the way. She's from Baltimore. But Pinky, she owns Study Vegan. She was one of my promoters. So I had a bunch of younger promoters under me, and we would just go from school to school promoting. 3,000 people show up to this party. They shut the club down. They shut the block down. The police come. Like, who's here? Like, how is it 3,000 people? Like, is Michael Jackson? Like where all these kids come from?
Yeah.
So the owner's like, this little guy, this little teenager, QuickSilva, threw a party here.
Right.
So there's people like, who the hell is QuickSilva?
Right.
And why 3,000 people showing up, blocking the streets off in the middle of the street? So they shut the party down. The local newspaper do this whole big write-up, like, local team, DJ, those parties shuts down whole downtown Baltimore. We have to be more careful. And it was like a big deal. That got the attention of everybody. Yeah. Because then every club wanted QuickSilva. And then the radio was like, who is this guy throwing a party? No radio promotion, no internet. And he has more followers than all of us. And then they reached out to me to actually come on the radio. That's how I got on radio.
And have you been? Because I know you're with 92Q right now. Have you?
I'm on both stations. So I'm on 93.9 in DC, and I'm on both stations at the same time.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Wait, at the same time.
So at 5 o'clock,
that makes sense.
At 5 o'clock, if you punch in and listen to the clock out mix, you can go to 93.9 or 92Q, and you'll hit both stations. But also, I'm on twice a day. So I have the QuickSilva morning show. Shout out to my co-host Shay Parker and Pork Chop. So I'm on live every day.
We have Pork Chop here too.
That's my guys.
Before it was
right. So I'm on 6 to 10 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. Okay. Then I come back on again for what they call the afternoon drive, which is the ride home. That's the popular one. Yeah. And that's the one I'm on 93.9. I come on at 5 p.m. every day. I'm on 93.9 and 92Q.
Because I thought you were on 93.9
first. So I started on. I started on 92Q back in 2000. Was there until 2002. A station called X1057 came into Baltimore. I was on there for a year. Okay. That station folded. They went out of business. 2003 to 2007, I was on 95.5 WPGC. I started with Donnie, Adimu, Easy Street, Michelle Wright, Flex and Rain. So I was on every day at 5 p.m. from 2003 to 2007 on 95.5 WPGC. 2007, I came with 93.9. So I've been at 93.9 from 2007 till present, which is 19 years?
Yes.
And then I always will still go back and forth. So I always have been on 93.9, but every few years I would do a show on 92Q as well. Okay. So I'm on both stations.
Makes sense. I didn't know. I was confused. I'm laughing though because somebody in the chat said, "Is that the actual DJ QuickSilva?"
Yeah, that's me. It's quick. QuickSilva's here.
Yes, he is live.
Good morning. Give me that phone. Yeah, all that. That same guy.
That's funny. Shout out to Geomatic. But yeah, okay. So wow. So now your podcast.
Yes.
You just started this.
I started it. How many months has it been, Larry? Podcast 7. So we're on week 31. So what is that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So that's almost like 7 months. 7 months.
That's like 6.
7 months. Let's just say 7 months. 7. 6, 7. my kids are here. Right. So I've been on 6, 7. So I'm gonna say 7 months. But it's been, I started it just randomly. Okay. I was on another podcast, and then they asked me a clip about my Mount Rushmore of DJs, and then this clip goes super viral. I mean, like 2 million views in 24 hours. So I was like, oh shit, nigga, maybe I need some my own podcast. Right. And my guy Larry and my partner, who's Sean Caesar of Unruly, they already had the space. Already had the studio, already the network, already had everything. Yeah. So I'm like, we got all this stuff that my partner and I have, and I'm not utilizing any of this stuff. And Larry is down there every day. So I literally called Larry on a Tuesday. This is how the podcast started. And then we'll see how fast we've grown. So on a Tuesday, I called Larry. I'm like, dude, I just went viral on somebody else's podcast. I'm coming in and I'm filming. He like, well, I said, I'm filming tomorrow. Yeah. Now, I don't know anything about podcasts. I mean, I've been on a bunch of podcasts, but I'm like, I'm going to start filming tomorrow. Yeah. He's like, all right, just pull up, bro. So he's like, what are you going to talk about? I'm like, I'm gonna actually figure out my niche because I don't care about gossip. I don't care about what's trending in the blogs. I don't care about but I don't care about politics and sports. Like I got to figure out something that I can do that nobody else can do because everybody has a podcast. But what's gonna make mine differently? What's gonna be my niche to say I gotta watch him? Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm a big name DJ, and I'm only gonna spotlight big other DJs. Okay. So my whole Who Is podcast started by saying, who is DJ Booby? Who is Frank Ski, Who Is. Okay. So that's why I call the Who Is podcast.
Wait.
Because I only spotlight DJs and radio personalities.
Oh, I thought it was for like artists. Like
so only artists that I've had on, and I kind of broke my format. I had 2 Chainz on because I did a live studio thing at DC Library.
Okay.
But other than him, I had Kevin Lyles on. But Kevin Lyles is still music business, and he was an artist before he was, Kevin Lyles at Def Jam. Okay. So everybody who's been on my show thus far has been either a DJ, a radio personality. I've had concert promoters that are promoting artists, but I really keep my formula about a DJ that's spotlighting, and mine's is really just telling your story.
Yeah.
And that's how the Who Is podcast started. Started, like you say, 7-ish months ago. I've dropped a new episode every single Monday, 10 a.m. like clockwork. I've never missed a week. And then 7 days a week, I flood your timeline on every single streaming platform, on every social platform. We're putting 3-4 shorts up a day. But it's grown expeditiously. When I say crazy,
I've been saying.
I mean, but it's scary because not scary good because I remember like when I got my first 500 subscribers, I was sized. Like, damn, we popping.
Oh, he took us back. He said size.
Then I get 1,000 subscribers, and we're like, all right, we on to something. Because then I get 3,000 subscribers. Then it's 5,000 subscribers. Then it's 10,000 subscribers.
What you at now?
6 months, I'm like 18,000 subscribers. Okay. But as far as views and engagement, I'm over 20 million views.
Period.
On social media. I'm probably over 80 million on social clips. I miss bananas. Like it's
going good.
It's going crazy.
Congratulations.
I mean, it's crazy, yeah.
You see, I'm asking like who you have on the show because I'm just thinking how I can get on there.
I see what you're doing.
With radio person, we talk later.
We'll talk.
I'm just, I'm hosting.
But of course, you can watch it on YouTube. Put it in the chat, yeah. But you can watch it on YouTube.com/It's QuickSilva, or just go to YouTube, type in QuickSilva. Okay. But also, I'm on every streaming platform, so every Pandora, Spotify, Apple, every single one. It's not a platform you can't find. iHeart. I'm everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna take over everything.
Absolutely. When I do something, I like I tell you, I don't know how to be second best.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will tell you, I give you exclusive. In the next 3 to 6 months, God willing, the Who Is podcast is going to be on a
major.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said Netflix.
We're not playing. Like we had a 6-month plan, a year plan. Shout out to my team, which is just me, Larry, and Sean. Like we don't have a big team. We still at this moment, and we do everything ourselves. Yeah. Everything is in house.
That's good. Yep. Like here, we do everything ourselves. Like but congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And yes, I'm trying to, but make sure you guys check that out. You said YouTube.
You go to YouTube. Just type in It's QuickSilva or QuickSilva.
Well, everywhere.
It's on everywhere. You'll find it. Or go to my Instagram page at djquicksilva. I got every single link.
I love that. Yeah. I want to talk about your school real quick because that's how I even met you. We were filming.
Quick and Easy DJs.
You were giving back. I feel like it was what was it, like a cohort?
So I was on a cohort. Shout out to Ronald Moten in DC.
Yeah, shout out to Ron.
That's my man Mo, who has the Go-Go Hip Museum. I do a cohort with him once a quarter, but and that one's free to all the young people that register.
Guys, he was teaching a group of young men. I think were they the football team?
It was football. Yes, I forgot what school it was.
I think Kip maybe.
Kip. It might have been. I want
teaching them how to DJ.
Yep.
And it was great. I was filming. He was teaching. Yep. I'm like, whoa. And he has a school.
So I have 2 schools right now. I have one in DC and I have one in Baltimore. So the one in DC, I do it out of Deanwood Rec right now. That's every Wednesday. And then I have one in Baltimore that's out off of Security Boulevard in Woodlawn. That's on Tuesdays, but it's called Quick and Easy DJs.
Okay.
You can actually register online at Quick and Easy DJs, and easy is spelled EAZY. So quickandeasydjs.com. Shout out to my partner DJ Be Easy. That's how we got the name Quick and Easy. So the DJ school has been going amazing. It's growing crazy. Yeah. So the goal in the next 3 months is open up another location in Virginia.
Love that.
So I have one in Baltimore, DC, and Virginia.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, y'all. Look, it's summertime. Take your kids. So
here's the crazy part. It's not just for kids.
That's what I say. It's for everybody.
So I've been doing this school now for almost 6 years, and it's crazy, 6, 7, everything, right? But it's crazy because when I first started, everybody thought it was just for kids. Okay. Over the last 3 years, 90% of my students are females between the age of 25 to like 55.
Really?
Like it's really the adults. I mean, I need more kids to sign up.
Yeah.
So I do the summer camps in the cohorts like that. So most of those are free for kids.
Yeah.
But for the actual school and the real program where you really graduate and be certified like a real school, 90% of my students are adults and women. The women are killing right now.
Okay, women.
If there's 10 students, 8 of them are women and 2 guys.
Love it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's for all ages. So far, my youngest student to graduate 12. My oldest student was 69.
Okay. So, yes, 69. Yeah. Okay, they're gonna be spending at the senior, at
the bingo,
at the senior citizen home.
I'm gonna spend that shit.
Real quick, I did want to ask you. Is there artists that you want to work with that you haven't yet already?
That I haven't?
Yeah, because I know you've worked with everybody.
I've toured the world. And you think I DJ'd on the Rock the Mic tour. If you remember that tour, that was Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Missy, Busta, Lil Mo, and Fab. I did that tour for 30 cities.
You said for how long?
30 cities. I did a whole 30 city tour with them.
That's good.
But I've worked with everybody. There's not an artist that I haven't either worked with or interviewed or DJ for. The only artist that I haven't like worked with directly that I always said I wanted to who haven't I worked with? Who haven't I worked with? The person that I wish I would have, who I'm a humongous fan of, rest in peace, is Bob Marley.
Oh,
I wish I never met Bob Marley. I never met Biggie.
Okay.
But every other artist you can think of I've met. And it's crazy because I don't even look at them as like celebrities now. They're like friends of mine. They come to town and come to my house. Like, so it's weird now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I told you I had a game for you.
She done buttered me up and warmed me up. Here come the controversial game. No, I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
So it's pressure or pass. Pressure
or pass.
So normally it's like I may say 2 things and it's like, all right, I pass, or pressure if you agree.
So pressure means agree.
Mm-hmm.
Is this YN slang? I'm OG status. I'm O status now. So pressure's good. Pass. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And this, you know what? I'm gonna do a this or that with you. So I'm gonna say 2 things you pick. Either or, and then I may end with the pressure or pass.
You got it.
All right, club gigs or festivals?
Festivals.
Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Super Jay-Z.
Ooh, Drake or Kendrick?
Drake.
I was about to say, what you think about that album? Well, those 3 albums.
Cool. I mean, I can't even name all 3 of them, but I'm
the main one.
Yeah, the main one.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Drake. Not to say like the main one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. But everybody listens to Iceman. Like,
where's she at?
Right? You think you cool? Like, you think he did his big one with that one?
I ain't say big one, but I definitely out of that question, I'm gonna say Drake.
I think he did his big one. All right. Morning radio or late night club?
Late night club. I hate morning radio, and it's crazy because I'm on the morning
That's
show.
why I'm like, I'm up at 4:30
every morning, and I hate it. I still hate it to this day.
Wow. Yeah. Biggest crowd or most intimate crowd?
Biggest, because I'm a performer. I always say I'm a performer that just happens to DJ. So if you ever see me live, I really put on the show.
Okay. I already know the answer to this, but wealth or influence?
Wealth or influence?
Mm-hmm.
Wealth.
Okay, I thought you was going to say that. Networking or talent?
Networking.
All right. New school DJs or old school DJs?
Next question. Old school. That was too easy, right? These new school guys. That's why I started a school to save the culture. Jesus Christ. New school's gotta be sucked.
I think we're gonna end on that one so we can go into that. What do you think about these DJs nowadays who just think they can pull up with their one what's that called?
Laptop just and that one little controller.
Yeah, controller.
So the thing is, and this
no
is
shade to anybody, I'm sorry.
And if you shade, I don't care. I don't care. People offend people. That's one of the reasons I started a DJ school. Is because I started realizing I come from the era of if you say you were a DJ, you had to really have skills. If you said you was a rapper, you had to really have skills. But then what happened was popularity kind of surpassed the skills. So if you were popular on Instagram and friends with a promoter, you can DJ now.
Yeah.
You don't have to know how to DJ. You don't have to know how to count BPMs. You don't have to know how to mix, scratch, blend, anything. If you have the newest records that the promoter likes, and y'all are friends, and you're $150, you're booked. You're a DJ starting tonight.
Okay.
And then I would be at these venues, and I'm listening. I'm like, oh my god, that was horrible. Like,
like the transition.
Everything was next song, next song. I'm like, nigga, what is happening to the culture?
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why I started the school. I did it almost for some of the DJs that were already DJing to show them like what you're doing is not right. Like you're just playing. You're a jukebox.
Yeah.
You're not actually. You have no skill set.
Playlist.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good to know. And I always ask my guests this: if you could tell your 10-year-old self something, what would it be?
I could tell my 10-year-old self something.
Yeah.
I would honestly say, and I'm kind of like, this is going to be a two-parter for me. I'm going to say my 10-year-old self and my 20-year-old self.
Okay.
My 10-year-old self, I would first say, you're going to be okay. That was a tough year for me when I lost my mom.
Yeah.
And it took a really bad toll on me. And so I would tell myself everything was going to work itself out. You'll be fine. My 20-year-old self, what I would tell my 20-year-old self is that don't sweat it.
Okay.
Don't sweat it, because by 20, I've been through a lot. I mean, when I say a lot.
Yeah.
If I gave you the short answer, if you knew some of the shit I'd been through, you'd be like, damn, I don't know, this nigga's still sane. So I would tell myself at 20, your life's not over yet.
Yeah.
Don't panic. You still have time to rebound, repurpose, and figure this shit out. And now at 45, it's crazy because I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
I think people look at my success and see, this guy's successful.
Yeah.
And he has it figured out. I don't. I honestly don't. I could say, am I a smart businessman? Am I smart a lot of other things? Am I talented? Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to life and figuring out genuine happiness, I'm still figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it a day at a time.
Facts.
I have two more questions
before
we go. What's one thing, one goal, or let's say one goal that you want to accomplish within the next, let's say 10 years?
I want to, and I'm doing it now with my family. But my goal right now is to be a walking inspiration.
Okay.
I feel like when people be like, "Quick, that's the OG, that's the big homie, that's the guy," whatever. I always say I don't want to be a legend. I want to be an inspiration. I want to be an inspiration that you can still go through some shit and make it. Like you're looking at a walking testimony. So I think my short-term goal is to continue inspiring people to know that it's tangible. I said this earlier. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than anybody.
Yeah.
I just look like on paper that I'm better than some people because I don't give up. I don't quit. I don't lose. I don't. And I always say in life, you win or you learn. I've had many of losses in my life, but I learned something from every single loss.
You have to.
So my short-term answer back to your question was, I want to create. I want everybody in my circle to be millionaires. I want everybody in my circle to be successful. I want everybody in my circle to be happy. And that's what my short-term goal is, to figure out what can we do and what can we collaborate on together that all of us make some money and all of us, and it becomes a generational wealth thing. Because I didn't come from money. I didn't come from anything. Like I literally come from nothing. No mom, no dad, no college degree, no trust funds, no insurance plan, like nothing. Just me
and God.
And with that hustle of me and God and the hard work, dedication, and consistency, I've made something of myself.
Exactly. I love it. And my last question is just for
you good.
entrepreneurs.
You good.
Some advice, because like I said, you literally took something that you taught yourself and you just revamped it, created, different entities under the same umbrella. Like that's the true definition of entrepreneurship.
Facts.
So just some few words of advice for entrepreneurs that may want to jump out there too, or may be doing it right now. Like what's some things that you can, and that's a general,
I got you.
General question. Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, first and foremost, learn the business. Whatever your business is, whether it's DJing, podcasting, rapping, sports, selling socks. I don't care what it is. Learn the business of it. That's the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say is that the biggest mistake we make is thinking that our friends and family are our target audience.
Yes.
Your friends and family are not your target audience. Now, in hindsight, you hope that your friends and family support you, but unfortunately, a lot of your friends and family won't support you until everybody else is supporting you. So with that being said, figure out your target audience. Consistently market and promote to your target audience. Kind of how when I was talking about the algorithm, it pushes you what they think you like.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with promoting the business. Figure out who likes what you're selling or your audience, and then figure out your niche that's gonna make you different.
Yes.
Like why would I listen to you over me or vice versa? Like it has to be something. It can't be your good looks or your I think I'm cool.
Yeah.
It has to be something.
Everybody
everybody's cool. Everybody thinks they are. So I would say figure out your niche, market and promote yourself, and then give yourself time. Unfortunately, we live in a generation where social media rushes us.
Yes.
And I always say, stop letting social media rush you. Like, stop letting this algorithm rush you. Stop thinking that everybody that you see on Instagram is actually winning. That's why I started my hashtag in real life years ago. Yeah. People be lying on the gram.
They do.
I mean, it's a straight.
They create who they want to be.
It's worse than ChatGPT. It's worse than AI. I mean, the social media, you can be anybody you want to be on your phone.
Yes.
Then you get off your phone and you sitting in the corner doing nothing.
Yes.
But you wake up saying, rise and grind, we go get this money and I'm working. And you ain't working.
You're not.
The guy who's rising and grinding working, I don't have time to wake up and say, let me grab my phone. Let me post. I'm about to go get this money. We outside, we working, and you ain't doing shit. I'm popping and you not. Yes. Big bank, take little bank. You know the vibes. Little homie, send. Nigga, what? You feel me? Like, nigga, what? I know you're not winning in real life. You just type the whole 140 characters about how you gonna win today.
You got too much time.
Right. So I would say this work, man. Put in the hard work, dedication, consistency. Put your blinders on. Ignore the outside noise. Yeah. Because the outside noise would influence you, and it would make you do things that you're not supposed to do. Be doing. So. Yeah, that's my advice to entrepreneurs.
I love that. And I want to say that again about the rushing. Like, yes, don't rush. I tell people this all the time. What are you rushing to do?
Success takes time, and everybody's timeline is different.
Yes.
There's people, like you say, that's been, I've had businesses that I've started and they didn't work. I've opened up nightclubs that, the pandemic, I had a club for 5 years, and then unfortunately when the pandemic happened, I shut down.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Club downtown, right on Baltimore Street. That was my club. We had to go popping for 5 years. But I've done so much stuff, and people just don't know. A lot of stuff I don't even put my name on. Yeah. And people like, quick, that was yours. I didn't know that was yours. Because I don't do it for the reason to brag and say, hey, that's mine. I own that. I own that too. I just work. I work and I stay, I do my thing. But I say all that to say is that we have to stop allowing the internet to rush us, because everybody's success is different. Everybody's life is tailor-made for them. And your time frame is not my time frame.
Yes, and there's room for all of
everybody.
Us.
What I will say, and I don't know how much time we got, but I will say this about, I studied Albert Einstein years ago. And if you know what Albert Einstein is, people always say he was the smartest man that ever worked the face of the earth, right? And Albert Einstein says something, and that I've stuck. It's kind of influenced my life, and I've stuck with this mindset. So what Albert Einstein said was, people call me the smartest man to ever be on planet Earth, and it's not that I was smarter than anybody. I just stuck with problems longer than everybody. And when you think about that, so if me and you have a problem right now, and I tell you, I need you to figure out how to make that light turn off. Without you having to break the light, right? And I tell you that. And then you sit here for a whole day and you can't figure it out. Then you come back tomorrow and you can't figure it out. After a week, you can be like, quick, it's not doable, right? The difference with Albert Einstein, he's going to sit in this room for the next 20 years.
Until it's done.
It might take him 30 years to figure it out. But the day he figures it out, he looks smarter than you. Not because he's smarter than you. Yeah, you gave up in a week because you got frustrated. Like, it's not doable. Well, Albert Einstein, I'm not going to leave this room until I figure it out. If it takes me a year or 30.
I choose.
So literally that moment when he fixes the light or does that, in 30 years from now, you forgot about it. So then you watch on TV, oh my God, Albert Einstein's figured out how to turn it up. And you be like, nigga, that was 30 years ago. Like he's been sitting in that room since then. Yes. So now that's why he looks smarter than everybody else.
But that's what it takes.
People don't have that type of time anymore. In their mind, if I can't do it on January, it's popping in February and I'm rich by March, I'm done.
But it's like, that's the dream though. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? With most of us, for entrepreneurs, is like, we are working to get that thing, to cut that light off. Like,
the goal of every entrepreneur shouldn't be money, because money comes and goes. I've had a lot of it and I've lost a lot of it.
I don't chase it.
But freedom and happiness is what the goal should be for any entrepreneur.
Legacy.
If you can wake up and do whatever you want, and wake up and your bills are paid, and wake up and vacation when you want, you are successful. Because most people can't.
Yeah. Right. Well, look, this has been a great conversation. Like I said, I had no idea that you've been through so much, but kudos to you for going through all that you have been through and still pushing, still going, and
I appreciate it.
Still getting your awards, have a street named after you, your school.
The governor just gave me a big accolade. I performed at Afrin every year.
Yes, Afrin. Yes.
So I closed out the show for the last few years. But this year they surprised me. Shout out to Governor Westmore and Mayor Brandon Scott, because I'm on stage setting up and I'm about to perform and close out the show. And then the young lady who's on stage was stage manager. I can't remember her name, but she was so amazing. But she says to me right when I'm ready to set up, she says, "Quick, can you come in for a second?" I'm like, I'm about to go live in 5 minutes. Like, me finish. So she's like, "No, I need you right now." I'm like, "Dude, I'm about to mix right now."
Right.
And she's like, "Can you just come here right now?" I'm like,
"Like, girl."
So now I'm irritated.
Right.
And she like, "Quick, just trust me. Stand right here." I'm like, "Yo, I'm about to go live in 2 minutes. Like, I got to get my set. Like, I gotta." She's like, "Stand right here and shut up." So now I'm like, what are they up to? Like, what? Because nobody talks to me this way. Like,
oh, stop.
Who are you? Right, stop. I can't go on stage right now. So right when I'm on the side of the stage and I can't go on stage, I'm like, who the fuck tells me I can't go on stage? Like, I'm about to perform. Right. So Governor Westmore comes and First Lady Dawn and Mayor Brandon Scott's out there. So Governor and Dawn, they come. I hug them. Like, hey, quick. They don't say nothing. Mayor don't say nothing. So then they walk out to the front of the stage, and Governor Westmore and First Lady Dawn and Mayor Brandon Scott, they're out there talking about how legacy and how people have made Baltimore so proud. And sometimes we got to celebrate those who are from here and they make it worldwide, and they never forget where they come from. And he just going on and on. I'm like, damn, who you talking about? Something? He talking about something amazing. All right. And then he says, "Hey, quick, can you come here?" I look at her and said, "You set me up." So then I walk out and they unveil this big proclamation calling Juneteenth QuickSilva Day.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, this is a big day. I got a picture of it.
And this just happened last weekend
at Afrin. So then Governor Westmore, just on my Instagram page at djquicksilva, you can see all the videos. I post all the videos and everything on there. But then he reads the whole proclamation, like, QuickSilva has toured the world. He's won accolade after accolade, and even though the world loves him, he's ours. So moving forward, Maryland, we're going to celebrate him and give him his flowers and do all this. And moving forward, this is now his day. And then the mayor and everybody, we hold a proclamation up, and the whole 30,000 people,
right?
QuickSilva. I'm like, this is crazy.
Wow,
this is crazy. So yeah,
that's amazing.
That was a surreal, humbling moment.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
See what I'm saying? Like I said, everything that you've been through, and then look
at God. Won't he do it? Because God is good
all the time.
Make sure I'm here with my folk. Because you ain't say all the time I was walking out. I'm out here. Let's wrap this up.
No, but thank you so much again for coming. This has been an absolute pleasure and honor. Thank you for saying yes to me.
Gosh, has this been the best interview you've done ever in your life? Are you?
Can you look at this segment? No, but this is definitely one of my favorites.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can you look at this camera and just tell the people one more time where they can find you, your school, and
I'm
everything
easy, man.
else?
I have so much going on. So instead of me taking up a time, I'll just say I'm on all social media from Instagram to TikTok to everything else in between. DJ QuickSilva, and my real last name is Silva, which is Silva. So that's why I spell it QuickSilva, not Quicksilver, like the color. No jokers, little shots fired at her.
I know
it's okay. But
it's an insider.
But I'm at DJ QuickSilva on all social media. When you go to my Instagram page or TikTok, you'll see every link to everything I'm doing, from my DJ school to my me now being the vice president of the National Hip Hop Museum.
Period. Forgot about that.
That's okay. To my radio show, to my podcast, to my wrestling league, C3W.
Yes.
I mean, I got a lot going on, so I'm blessed.
Period. And you've been dropping gems all night. I always say leave us with something positive.
And that's crazy, because if anybody listens to the QuickSilva morning show, I aim with a vitamin of the day every day.
Okay.
And I always say my goal is to inspire at least one person a day. And just so you know, I've been doing these vitamins for over 20 plus years, and I've never written down a vitamin in my life. Every vitamin, every speech you've ever seen me do is off the top.
Yeah.
So if I had to say something today to inspire you or anybody else listening, what I would say is that let me think of something that I would say to give somebody some hope today going into this holiday weekend.
Right.
I would say everything happens the way it's supposed to be. And unfortunately, we question everything and everybody when things don't go our way first, because it's a proven fact that frustrated people quit. So what I would say to anybody right now that's going through something in your life, there's 3 phases. There's the beginning, the middle, and the end. So the beginning is the dream you have. That's the dream that I'm going to start this podcast and it's going to be popping. The goal is at the end, it actually wins and it's popping and you're making millions of dollars doing it. But that middle part is when everything is going to go wrong.
Yes.
Everything. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose friends. Nobody's going to actually subscribe. Nobody's going to watch. You're going to get 2 views. Everything bad is going to happen, right?
Yes.
But unfortunately, in that middle section is where it's the most important, because if you don't fall in love with the process, you're never going to get to the victory.
Yeah.
So fall in love with the process of the middle, because the middle is what makes winners. The middle is what separates the goods from the greats.
Yeah.
That middle section is where things are going to get difficult. So whoever you are right now, that's in the middle section of your life.
Yeah.
And this is not just about a podcast. This is about life. There's somebody right now that's going through a lot in their life right now, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, right this second, right? And we don't know about it because they don't tell us.
Yeah.
Your friends and family, people in this room right now that we don't know. And whoever you are that's going through that right now, I just want to let you know you're in the middle right now. You're in the middle. And I want you right now to know that end will happen, but it won't happen. I can guarantee it won't happen if you give up. I guarantee it's not going to happen. Now, I can't tell you when the win is going to happen.
Right, but it will.
But it's going to happen. Because if you do anything long enough, and this is how I wrap it up, I can talk for a long time when I get to do my inspirational speaking, which I do a lot now too. If you do anything long enough, you become great at it.
Yes.
Anything, whether it's lying.
Yep.
Anything. If you do anything long enough, you become great at it. The problem is we've allowed the internet to make us think that thing has to happen right now.
Yeah.
So whoever you are, push through it. You're going to get through it. You've been through worse things in your life that you thought would end you, but it didn't.
It didn't.
And this too shall pass.
Yes. You just said all the stuff.
And that's your vitamin of the day. If I was on the radio, that's how I end my show.
Yes. I love that. This too shall pass. I always say bad days never last.
Amen.
They don't. And that middle, So with that being said, I always end my show like this too. Trust your journey, guys. No matter what you're going through, good or bad, trust that it's for your greater good. If you are thinking of taking a jump right now, you're about to leave a job, you want to, I don't know, start something new, do it. This is your sign to do that. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been an amazing episode. Thank you so much for coming again.
You're welcome for giving you the best episode you've ever had. It's okay.
But yeah, guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, subscribe, follow the Entrepreneur's Diary on Instagram, follow Be More Pod Studios on Instagram. Yeah, we love you. See you again next Thursday at 7:30.
Yeah. They talk. Put your money up. Yeah. They talk. Put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking. Stack your money up and keep on moving. Yeah.